Hey, Amanda from the Happy Homestead here. Today I wanted to give you an update on the loofah that I grew. So I grew this in the summer of 2021. We're in mid-January of 2022, so they are still drying out. It takes a long time. But I started with 4 seeds from Baker Creek, which is rareseeds.com. That's where I get a lot of my seeds, if not all of them. And they are specifically loofah seeds. Now, when I say loofah, a lot of people are probably thinking of those plasticky, vibrant color sponges that have the cotton rope on them that you use in the shower. Not quite. They were adapted from the real loofah. Those are the artificial loofah. We don't want to use those. These are the real loofah. So they are basically a really big squash. They can get really large. I have a few here. I'll show them all to you in a sec. But this is the loofah. And so when they're younger and more tender, they're just like a squash, like a zucchini, and you can eat them. And they're really good. Or you can let them grow to a much larger size, if you can get that in the frame there. And then just leave them on the vine and let them dry out. And our first frost is usually November-ish. I pulled these off the vine before that first frost because I just didn't want to lose them. So, and I'll link the video above of where you can watch me harvesting those loofah. Now, so I did that, I guess a little over 2 months ago at this point. And I had 45 of them. So I had a lot and I was so excited. I am down to about 23, 24. So almost half loss of yield. And that is due to mold. Here's one here. It's still drying though, so I'm not throwing this one away yet. But a lot of them got moldy and soft and mushy and they weren't gonna properly dry out in time. Here's another one that is almost starting to dry out. So you can kind of see the color difference here, right? The darker loofah, this is one that's fully dried. The darker the loofah, and you can feel it, hear it, right? This is very hard. Whereas down here, you see the green, the really vibrant green. This is still pretty soft, and this one hasn't dried out fully yet. So I have about 4 or 5 of them that are not fully dried. This should hopefully give you a better view. So here's all of mine. The ones that I have in this basket here, these are fully dried out. And you're supposed to be able to like shake them and the seeds will come loose. But I don't have any seeds loose at the moment. But I'm just making sure that everything is dry before I move to the next step. So this one feels pretty good. But like I said, I've got these 3 and then this one, which is still drying out. Now, once everything is dried, I'm probably gonna give it another month, if not 2 months. Then I'll proceed to the next step and show you what that looks like. So why did I grow these? What am I doing with them? Well, I really wanted to try it. I'm always liking to try new things, but I plan on using these as sponges. I already have loofah, natural loofah, like from here, but I didn't grow it, that I had purchased it from a farm and that did grow it. And that's what we use in the shower as a sponge, and it lasts forever. And it is so much better than those artificial ones. So a lot of these will get used as loofahs for our family and as the gifts for probably the next holiday season. I also make our own soap. So I'm thinking about taking some and slicing it in, rounds and putting it in the soap mold and then like having the soap around the loofah. I thought that would be kind of fun as a gift as well. So that's the loofah update. I wanted to make sure you saw, right? So I'm having them, I'll tell you also, I'm drying them out in the house. I did have them out on our front porch, just a covered front porch, because air circulation is key. However, it got really cold, it was really rainy, and I knew they weren't gonna make it. So I brought them inside. They're in my office. Everyone that comes into our house is wondering, what is that? It's a hazard of being a homesteader, right? So I just have a couple that have some mold on it, but trying to salvage them. So that's your loofah update. I will see you again soon. Stay healthy, stay well. Bye-bye.